In the beginning, getting lots of likes, follows, and comments on a post is an influencer's dream. And as more time goes by, pressure can start to creep in and take a toll on a content creator's mental health, right? So you may feel yourself getting close to that point. So we asked RM11 co-founder and CEO Natasha August to share what you can do to stay balanced. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here. So
Thank you.
You work with a lot of content creators, so you know this all too well. What are some things that are leading to a decline in their mental health?
Sure. So what we're seeing time and time again is financial instability. Just not knowing where your next paycheck is going to come from. I think that would be our leading driver. Next is burnout.
Yeah.
We see this time and time again, just trying to spread yourself too thin and working 24/7. Lastly, I would say loneliness. You're behind a camera 24/7, so you're lacking that personal connection with human beings.
And that's hard, even in just some of the things that you're saying, because of the simple fact, as a content creator, usually content creators start with another job in addition, and so that they can have financial stability. And so it's hard to fit it all into one day. And we're all told to work smarter and not harder, but what are some things content creators can do to really maximize their time?
Great question, and it's the buzzword, the hot word of the century right now. AI.
Yes.
We're seeing that just utilizing AI, it can improve efficiency, you can help with content creation, captions, all the things. So you definitely want to leverage AI where you can to save time. But also in addition to that,
I mean, there's so many things just as far as, sorry to cut you off, but I mean,
okay.
AI, I'm just thinking about content schedule. I mean, it's hard to even get, you know what I mean, for a list of even just ideas. I mean, there's so many different ways to use AI.
Oh, exactly. And setting one schedule. Make sure you're not working 24/7. You actually write out a to-do list and have your tasks written out so that you can accomplish everything you want for that day.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so these are a few things that you say content creators should keep in mind. And the first one is your metrics do not define you. Explain more about that.
Sure. So algorithms are going to change. Every day they're evolving. And so what we see and what we want to mitigate from our creators believing is that those algorithms define them. That if they're viral one day, they're going to stay viral for the next few weeks. That's not the case.
It's not true at all.
Exactly. So we want to make sure that they understand that one day you might be on fire, but the next day the algorithms are going to change and then your likes, your engagement are going to fall. So they don't define you.
And that's a hard confidence hit as well, right? Because you're like, okay, I'm on top of the world. I'm doing this. It's starting to stick, you know, and then it doesn't. And that's a hard pill to swallow. I've actually been there myself. So you also say to be intentional about where you show up. Your time is money. So stop posting for free.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yes, I know. There are so many platforms out there today. And so creators are spreading themselves thin. They need to choose one or two, grow their super fans, their loyal fan base, and monetize their engagement with fans, not just waiting for the next brand deal. That's where the financial instability comes. So choosing platforms that reward creators for their content, for their time.
And I think that's a really good tip also, to really truly figure out what your demographic is if you're going to do something like this. Now, you also say you're allowed to keep certain parts of your life private. You don't need to show everything.
Yes. Once again, creators are on 24/7, and a lot of times they are sharing their private moments behind the scenes, and they just don't realize later in life that could come back and haunt them.
Yes.
So just understand what should be made public versus what they should keep behind closed doors.
Yes, and listen, everybody don't need to know everything. But you also say to ask for support before you reach that burnout point. What does support really look like as far as a content creator?
Sure, and this is probably the most important one. We're seeing a lot of creators, it's more reactive when trying to ask for support.
Right.
But dive into communities. There's creator communities. We work with some nonprofit organizations that help subsidize therapy costs. There's just so many options out there that creators can seek help and find those resources to really facilitate any mental issues that they're facing, any burnout, just somebody to talk to.
Yes, and it's such a new space, right? I mean, technology and social media is evolving at such a rapid pace that I think we're all just trying to keep up, and content creators included. And so this is just wonderful information. Thank you so much for being here this morning.
Of course, thank you for having
sharing
me.
some good tips. Yes, indeed. Okay, so before we go, I want to make sure that we get in. Tell me a little bit about Room 11, your company.
Sure. So Room 11, we are a fan engagement platform. So it's where creators, influencers, musicians, artists can monetize their engagement with fans. So rather than relying on these brand deals, they can actually just monetize their fans directly.
I like that.
So via live streams, video calls, paid messages, we support all of that.
Very good. Okay, well, Natasha is your girl if you're thinking of getting into the content creator space. Room 11, yes?
Yes.
There we go. Thanks so much for being here this morning.
Thank you
We
for
appreciate
having
you.
me.